Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here. My name is Chris Jensen, and I work for Resources for Independent Living. And I'm here this morning with the California Partnership and the Health and Human Services Network. We're here, seniors, parents, people with disabilities, to respond to the governor's announcement of his revised budget this morning. Today's announcement shows that Governor Brown has finally started to hear the cries of the nearly 9 million Californians living in poverty. After nearly a decade of brutal divestment of the social safety net and years of shutting out the 1/4 of the population living in poverty from the resurging economy, the proposed earned income tax credit is a positive sign. However, what California needs is more than one positive sign. We need a plan to fully restore the lives of people struggling every day in California. We need a plan to tear down the wall of poverty. We need a plan that provides child care for every family who needs it, so that our parents can contribute to the economy and our children can thrive. We need a plan that provides people with disabilities and seniors the dignity of living in their homes and being cared for by people who are able to make ends meet while doing dignified work. We need a plan that provides quality health coverage to every single Californian, regardless of where they were born or the language they speak. We need a plan that ensures that everyone, from workers making the minimum wage to people who are unable to work and depend on SSI, never having to choose between feeding their family and paying their rent. We need a plan that invests in people, not in prisons, or tax breaks for corporations, or stowing money away for a rainy day that is already upon us for millions of Californians. The governor has the capacity to build that plan. He's got the power to accurately report the funds that have come into the state. He's got the power to invest in people and tear down the wall of poverty now and not to wait. He's got the power to build an economy that works for all Californians and builds a state where we can all thrive. Tear down the wall of poverty. 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 So we've got a few speakers this morning, and when they come up, please show them your love and appreciation for being here today. And first up will be June, speaking on SSI.
My name is June. I'm from San Francisco, and I just been on SSI for 2 years. So I have to pay my rent, buy food out of $900, and some medicines I have to pay for. And you talking about health care, it's not helping me for the best of health care, because I'm not getting the best of health care. I'm suffering with bone cancer at that, so I don't have no money to even hardly feed myself, let alone pay my rent. So I received a letter in the mail saying that I should come into a medical facility. So I'm not giving up. And I refuse to go into this facility because I can't get the help for the in-home health care. I haven't got that yet, and it's hard. So I hope that the budget passed to get us seniors some more help. Thank you.
Thank you, June. People in California whose sole income is SSI, SSP, are living at 90% of the federal poverty level. So what do we want? A fair budget. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? A fair budget. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? want it? Now. All right. All right, let's welcome our next speaker, Vanessa. She'll be speaking on child care.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Vanessa Harlan. I was born and raised in San Francisco, California. I attended Mercy High School in San Francisco, and I attended City College in San Francisco, and I'm a graduate of Cal State Hayward. I am a wife, a mother, and a mother of 4 children. I have an 11-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old. My children currently attend schools in San Francisco area. My 3-year-old, which is right here, is on the wait list for childcare, and there are over 2,000 more on the wait list. I am concerned that she will never be picked. I am here today to let you know childcare is important in California. Due to the steady rising cost of living in the Bay Area, it is important for families to find quality childcare. It is important to keep families working and children learning. My children are our future. Research has shown that the early years from 0 to 5 are the most sensitive years for brain development. Over 80% of brain development occurs during this period. Our early childhood educators help shape our children and their minds. Also, quality childcare is important for school readiness. Studies show children who receive quality childcare enter school, like me, with better math, language, and social skills. My children have developed these skills to succeed in school and everyday life. My 11-year-old is currently succeeding in school, and he is a straight A student. My 4-year-old is learning how to read before he enters kindergarten. My 6-year-old is currently in kinder and is ahead of his class. My 3-year-old is a social butterfly following her brother's footsteps. My children are products of early childhood success. Also, quality childcare is important because it reduces the stress on me. If I didn't have childcare, I could not work. Knowing that my children are safe, being loved, stimulated in a childcare environment makes me relieved. Everyone can benefit in society, the employers, committees, and more importantly, children and parents. Public investment in childcare means we care enough for our children in a basic way. It means paying forward for their bright future. Childcare keeps parents earning and children learning. We support the Legislative Women's Caucus proposed $6 million additional dollars for childcare. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. Children are our future. And not only that, Sunday was Mother's Day. And, there's no better way to invest in our mothers than providing childcare so that if they want to, they can go to work. Or if they want to, they can have some time off to do some of the things that they're interested in. So we support our mothers, we support our children, and we should support childcare. Next, we'll hear from Russell on in-home supportive services.
My name is Russell Rawlings. I am president of Dogfight, a disability organizing group for initiating total equality here in Sacramento. Today, what we have seen with the May Revise is not even an attempt to care for those who are unable to work. And it's really sad because we are widening the gap of poverty in this state at a rapid pace. Today, what we've seen is no increase in the COLA for SSI recipients, and we've seen no change in the SSI 7% reduction that we were promised that would be lessened, slowly, brought back, I should say. And we're told all of this because we're supposedly building a security net, but where is the security in finding out that you don't have a caregiver that can get you up in the morning, or be able to get to school, or to work, or even the basic needs? So what's going to end up happening is these folks are going to go back into nursing homes, and it's going to cost the state tremendous amounts of money. So that's really what's happening here, is we are taking from individuals and giving to these large corporations who can easily, profit off of all of our misery. So I would say that this is the beginning of a very big fight. We're going to have to fight for this. None of it's given to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. I'm Laura Magnani with the American Friends Service Committee and with Californians United for a Responsible Budget. CURB is a coalition of over 70 groups working to reduce the prison population and reinvest in the things that really will make us healthy and thrive. We're really pretty disappointed in what we're seeing in this May revise. So much more could have been done. There's a couple of good signs. There are reductions of about 4,000 in the number of prisoners doing their time out of state. When you're doing your time out of state, you're away from your family, you're away from your support system, you're away from your attorneys. Nobody knows what's happening to you. It's scandalous that we continue to send people out of state. It's like an old-fashioned transportation solution, if you can call it that, to problems. The budget also does reduce the number of contract beds in the original budget, but there's no specifics, so we don't know how much that's going to amount to. We know that the legislative analyst called for a reduction in contract beds that would amount to about a $20 million savings. I hope we actually see the $20 million savings when we see the specifics. Mostly what happened in what the governor said today was postponing the real solutions, postponing durable solutions until next year, postponing closing Norco, which Senator Hancock just announced this week as chair of the Public Safety Committee in the Senate, needs to be done because it's a scandal and because it was called for in 2012 in the California Department of Corrections blueprint for what they were supposed to do. We can't keep postponing durable solutions. They're still talking about aggressive construction. Reducing the prison population with aggressive construction doesn't mean reducing. It means expanding. And we are totally opposed to expanding what is already a very overblown prison system. We're the worst in the country for the number of people that we incarcerate, and we're under court order to reduce it. The solution is not aggressive construction unless you're talking about aggressive reconstruction of the safety net. That's what we really need. We need to get down this wall, and we need to tear down a lot of other walls that are holding people inside and keeping people from having hope. There are durable solutions on the table in the legislature already this year for expanded earned credits, for expansion of elder parole, for alternative programming. Those are the kinds of things that can get us started on a road to a real permanent solution instead of constantly postponing what needs to happen in order to restore California to a real healthy situation. Safety is directly related to the investment that we make in our people, in our children, in our elders, and the time to start that is not later, next year, some other year, but right now. Thank you.
Hear from Kendra.
Hi, my name is Kendra. I'm from San Francisco. I'm a tenant at through CHP, Community Housing Partnership. One of my main focuses on the MFG, Maximum Family Grant law that has been passed. I'm experiencing it right now. He was born into poverty, and that means they take $133 away from the small grant that they are giving us. $130 is very massive when you have to buy clothes and diapers and formula and so many things that a child needs. And it's, I don't even know. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be taken away. This bill needs to be taken back because it's forcing all children that the parents are low income already to be born into poverty, and it's not letting them get a foot up and to be able to be successful in the world and to be successful in life. And that's really my main concern is the MFG, and it needs to be taken back pretty much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kendra. You know, last week the governor met with some folks to talk about his tunnel project to take water to Southern California. And you know what he told them all? He told them to shut up. Are we going to shut up? No! So what are we going to say? Tear down the wall of poverty! Tear down the wall of poverty!
My name is Ronald Kills, and I'm from Richmond, California, and I live at, I'm homeless. I live at the Richmond Rescue Mission, and I resided at the St. Mary's, and when I started seeing a lot of the elderly people come there, they're SSI. And say was supposed to save $1 billion, but in reality, the savings have come on the cost of 1.3 blind, aged, and disabled Californians being pushed below the poverty level. Myth: SSI grants have kept pace with states' rising cost of living. Reality: grants has now even lowered that they were in 1990. It lost to $400 a month. The myth: $899 is enough to make ends meet. The rainy day. Reality is it's nowhere near enough. $735 for an elderly person for a studio apartment. A studio apartment. We have elderly people taking care of grandkids. $239 average monthly transportation. We have food costs, $257. Medical, $334. $249 in other means of money that they need. It equals out to $1,814. That's the long ways from $8.99.
That's right.
And,
that's right.
And so many, the homeless is getting, with elderly is getting really, 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 really out of hand. 55 and over. Well, you can sign up for 55 and over, 62 and over. We can sign up, but we have waiting lists of 1, 2, 3, 5 to 6 years. We don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. They want to enjoy their life now. Even the little kids, their grandkids need help also. So we talk about this rainy day, and then the elderly have to go. They have to depend on food banks, and food banks is a joke. Where California is last in supplying it, $1 million and $13 million in Massachusetts. 6,179,590 food insurance persons, insecure persons, that's the most in the state, in the United States. 15 cents they're giving each person that comes to a food bank. 15 cents. That might be a half a banana. You know, and the participation, 63%. I mean, they talk about this morning. We was in a press conference, and they talk about, well, we're saving money for a rainy day. Well, y'all know what? That cloud is over our head right now, and it's pouring down raining, and I'm sitting up here getting soaking wet without an umbrella. It looks dry, but I'm wet. So we need to get back on this train. As Curtis May will say, everybody get on this train. We're gonna bring some of the local officials with us to show them, and they don't need no ticket. We'll give them one. Thank you.
Well, that was well said. I understand do we have time for one more speaker? Yeah. Sure, why not? Yeah. Who, do we have another speaker?
Yes. Mercedes, come on.
All right. What's your name?
Yay, Mercedes.
Mercedes? Welcome, Mercedes.
Yay.
Hi. I wasn't really planning on talking, but they pushed me up here because he borrowed some of my papers to look at the stats and stuff, and I have a letter that I was writing to my dad who's in jail right now, like telling him about my trip up here and all that I'm learning because I want to do this type of work, and they just wanted me to mention that I'm sorry, I didn't plan this, but just there shouldn't be this many people in jail who shouldn't be in jail for things that really are not a big deal. Personally, my father was taken to jail, let out, taken back like 4 times. Like, that's a lot of money to transport to a prison, to maintain them there, to let them out, to have a freaking trial, and then to be sentenced for something that is not you know, it doesn't deserve that time. So that's money that could be going to these people who need it.
All right.
Yeah, the prison system sucks.
All right, thank you. Okay, that wraps it up. So thank you very much for coming out. Tear down the wall of poverty. 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 Tear down the wall of poverty.